Hello student, this is Latif sir. Today I'll discuss about physical and chemical changes. A change is a fundamental law. A change is a fundamental law of nature. A change is a transformation of substance from one form to another. You can see here, change is a fundamental law. A change is a transformation of substance from one form to another. Different types of changes happening or happen around us such as sunset, sunrise, day, night, growth of plant, growth of our body, burning of fuel, and digestion of food, melting of ice. All these are changes always happening around us. So change is a transformation of a substance from one form to another. One thing I want to say, we have I have already give an idea, a rough idea about different types of changes in the previous classes. Now I am going to uh, in the I am going to descriptive explanation or discussion. So first, what is change? Change is a fundamental law of nature. A change is a transformation of a substance from one form to another. Different types of changes happens around us such as sunrise, sunset, day, night, growth of plant, etc. Now types of change. The changes around the changes we see around us can be classified in different ways, like natural change or man-made change, slow change or fast change, periodic or non-periodic, physical change or chemical change, desirable and undesirable, and exothermic and endothermic. Among this, I have already discussed about physical and chemical change. Okay, now we will learn this type of changes in terms of differences. So first, natural changes and man-made changes. Natural change. So let's see what is a natural change. Natural change, a change that occurs naturally, is called natural change. For example of natural change, formation of cloud, rain, snowfall. These are natural things. These changes occur naturally. Hmm. These are not man-made. Okay, that's why these are natural change. And man-made change, the change that occurs due to the action of human beings, is called a man-made change due to the action of human beings. Okay, example of cooking of food, construction of building, construction of road. These are man-made change. So natural change and man-made change. Second, slow change and fast change. By the term slow and fast, I think you have got an idea about this change. Slow means it requires a long time, and fast means very in the change occurs within few seconds. That is fast change. So slow change, a change that occurs very over a that occurs over a long period of time is called slow change. A change that occurs over a long period of time is called a slow change. And fast change, a change that occurs over a short period of time is called a fast change. Example of slow change: growth of plant, growth of our human body, uh, ripening of fruits, rusting of iron. These are very slow change. And fast change, example of fast change: burning of firecracker, bursting of firecrackers, uh, burning of fuel. These are fast changes. This change takes a very few seconds. Within few seconds, this change is completed. Now, periodic change and non-periodic change. Periodic change means repeat. After some time, yeah, this change will repeat again. Okay, after a regular, yeah, interval of time. So periodic change, a change that repeated after a regular interval of time, is called periodic change. For example, change in season, rotation and revolution of Earth. These are periodic change that that is repeated over after a regular interval of time. And non-periodic change is a change that is not repeated after a regular interval of time, is called non-periodic change. Not repeated after a regular interval of time is called non-periodic change. Example: occurrence of earthquake, cyclone, thunder, lightning. These are non-periodic change. Sudden changes. These are non-periodic changes means sudden change. Okay. Now physical and chemical change. I think you have already uh, an idea about physical and chemical change. Now again I am speaking about that these changes in terms of differences. So physical change is a change in which the chemical composition of substance remain unchanged. In physical change, that there is no change in the physical composition of substance. That is physical composition of the substance remain unchanged is called physical change. And chemical change means chemical reaction in which one or more two substance react to form one or more products. Okay, new products. So there is a change in composition of substance. So chemical change is a change in which the chemical composition of substance changes is called chemical change. In chemical change in chemical composition of substance occurs. In physical change, no new substance formed. In chemical change, new substance formed. One or more new substance may be formed. In physical change, most of physical change are reversible. That is, by changing the condition, uh, by changing the physical condition, you can change back the physical changes. Okay, for example, you can change water to ice, again you can change ice to water. This is a physical change, and you can reverse the change, physical change, reverse physical change. That's why most of physical changes are reversible. And in chemical change, most of chemical changes are irreversible. You have to remember, most of chemical changes are irreversible. Example of physical change: melting of ice, dissolution of sugar in water. And example of chemical change: curdling of food, milk, cooking of food. Okay, curdling of milk, cooking of food, etc. Reversible and irreversible. Reversible change that can be reversed by reversing the condition. Reversible change is a change that can be reversed by reversing the condition that brought the change is called reversible change. A reversible change, a change that can be reversed by reversing the condition that brought the change, is called reversible change. And reversible changes are indicated by a double arrow. You can see within bracket double arrow or a double sided arrow. You can see in the bracket double sided arrow. For example, melting of ice is a reversible change. So a reversible change that can be reversed by reversing the condition that brought the change. An irreversible change is a change that cannot be reversed. Is called irreversible change. Irreversible changes are indicated by a single sided arrow. Within bracket it is given single sided arrow. Example of irreversible change: an egg gets cooked on heating. Okay, this is an irreversible change. Now, endothermic change and exothermic change. Endothermic means Exothermic means heat evolved, and endothermic means heat absorbed. So, endothermic change is a change in which energy is released, heat evolved in terms of heat or light. Released in terms of heat and light. So, exothermic change is a change in which energy is released in the form of heat, general heat. Okay, you have to remember. Exothermic change in which energy is released in form of heat is called an exothermic change. And endothermic, just opposite. In endothermic change is a change in which energy is absorbed in form of heat is called an endothermic change. So if heat released, then the change is exothermic. If heat absorbed, then the change is endothermic. Example of exothermic change: burning of fuel, exothermic; condensation of steam, exothermic. And endothermic, example of endothermic change: melting of ice, cooking of food. These are endothermic change. And now last, desirable change and undesirable change. Desirable change, a change that is useful to us, is called a desirable change. A desirable change is a change that is useful to us is called desirable change. An undesirable change that is a change that is harmful to us. Undesirable change is a change that is harmful to us is called an undesirable change. Example: curdling of milk for making cheese is a desirable change, or ripening of fruit is a desirable change. An undesirable change: burning of finger, rotting of fruits. These are undesirable change. Okay, so desirable change that is useful to us and undesirable change that is harmful to us. Okay, thank you.